Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back into another video. Today's video is about the newest and most updated notes of the PTS, or at least the patch of Valor's End that will be coming out tomorrow, day 25 of September. Is it September or is it November? October, sorry. My bad. So day 25 of October will be the Valor's End update, and as you guys know, a couple things have happened. I already did a video on that, where we have Kasumi being pretty much reworked, 7 being nerfed. We also have Ying having an absolute disgusting ultimate update, buff, and a bunch of other changes, and we got stuff coming back like old maps and etc. So let's go through the final update notes, because in these final update notes they also talk about stuff that did get changed after PTS closed. So there's going to be new things in here. Let's get into it. So the first thing they're going to be talking about here, obviously, it is the mark system. I explained this on my video. The marks no longer will be on the top, like on this section here, telling you like if you have marked by Lex, or if, for example, you have the Kiss of Lilith instead. These are now the new stuff that you'll be able to see. Ray, Genos mark, Corvus mark, you'll be able to see all that, but it will all be down there right next to the end of your HP bar. However, you can only see 5, as you know, it kind of makes sense because you can only have up to 5 enemies with stuff that can affect you. And essentially they added a bunch of new ones like Moji mark, the Ceres mark, and I think they missed out on something. Wasn't it the Tyra mark? Can't remember correctly. Yeah, I think they messed up. They forgot the Tyra mark. But it's okay. Either way, I think Tyra mark is pretty easy to be seen, considering the fact you will be seeing your entire screen with some weird things on the side. So that is still maintaining. However, here's the first little change. This wasn't there before. Disable anti-healing. Now, if you guys remember correctly, when I talked about PTS, I said that I was still upset. Why don't we have disable anti-healing yet? And apparently now we do. So you will be able to do sumo matches from now on, again on customs, with no anti-healing whatsoever. Now, if this allows Cauterize to show up on a brand new little spot, I don't think so, but we'll see. But one thing is certain, sumo matches will be able to be, you'll be able to play them. And now this opens up a lot of more other odd choices and options of what we can do with customs. Like you can go 5 healers versus 5 healers with no anti-heal whatsoever. So this is actually very interesting. As for the rest, it still maintains. It's just like stuff about like credit tick frequency, credits gift per tick. So every tick you would give like 1 credit. Now you can put it like 10 credits per tick, and you can make the ticks going faster, so you can get like max credits in less than a minute. So stuff like that. You can put more credits or less credits for holding objectives, or just pushing the payload, or even for contesting. Then they already mentioned this, obviously, and in here they also talk about, for example, being able to buy multiple boosters at the same time. I did mention that on my video, and this essentially is mentioning how some colors have been changed on some buttons and so on, which makes it a lot easier to spot and a lot better to see exactly what you're doing. So I am actually all forward with this. They reverted the entire changes of Snowfalls. Snowfall Junction, exactly, where now we actually have the trees that were removed and a bunch of other details like flowers and lights. So that's fantastic. Also did a video on that. Actually, I don't think I published that one yet, but I might publish it just so you guys can see. But I might try to do like a different side to side. I'm not really sure. We'll see as to what we will have on the event pass. So wow, they made it really light, didn't they? They didn't even show us the skins. It's just talking about the stuff in there. Okay, we got 30 tiers, 2 skins for next, 2 skins for con. And I'm gonna be straight up honest, I miss the old battle passes. I hate the new event pass. I hate the entire thing even being named event pass. If anything, I think the previous one was more of an event pass than this one, because we would have missions together to go with it, right? And those could be considered like an extra little thing. So there's a whole specific thing you need to do to level up the event pass. Missions being unlocked every week. I don't know, just like the entire name being changed, it doesn't make sense to me. And second of all, they are very short with not a lot of content. 2 of the skins are always recolors. I don't like that. Because we don't have Trials of the Realm, we are missing out on a lot of gold that new players would definitely love to have, so they could purchase new champions, other crystals and so on. Because with the crystals on the Trials, we would be able to keep enough crystals to purchase the next event pass, keeping us, sort of bringing us back into the game. But I did have a word with somebody who did tell me that the Trials will come back. Okay, they're just looking into it because they're doing something with it. I don't know what. Maybe they're making it more extensive. Maybe they're shrinking it down. Maybe they're putting new features into it. I don't know. But one thing is certain, they are looking into it. We have sprays, we have chests, we have a death marker, and we have also a frame. We do not have a mount on this event pass. Okay, so we only have these skins over here. They didn't put the secondary Nyx skin here, but oh well. One thing I did notice, which is very cool, is the Nyx skin, each one of them shares different colored certain effects, both for modes or even for attacks. So that's actually fantastic. As for audios, I actually have the audios, but because the patch is coming out live tomorrow, there's no really a good point to show you. Okay, so yeah, just wait for tomorrow, and maybe I'll get some gameplay out of it. As for modes, this still maintains the Swift Siege, where essentially you have already like 2 points, so it means you could be looking potentially at a 1, 2, or actually not just actual 1 or 2 rounds. Okay, that's pretty much sums it, because you can cap and then somebody defends and goes 3-3, and then whoever caps just wins. That's it. You can have max 2 rounds, but most of them probably will be just done by 1 round. One thing I will say, however, is this game mode actually has no combat mechanics, which is fantastic. I love it. I love the idea. You start off with more credits. The respawn timer is faster. The credits per second also they're faster, and also for objective plays there are more credits per second, and the anti-heal is actually faster as well. Okay, so yeah, it's a very fast space mode. As for the classic maps, they did put a little note here saying that they will be bringing back with this mode the Warder's Gate, Timber Mill, and Stonekeep, but there are other maps who are apparently a little bit more buggy to bring back, but they will be looking into it in the future. Team Arena, this is the one where it's like TDMs on different maps, and you have more weapon damage, more headshot damage, and cooldowns are slowed more, because this is a game mode where they want you to focus more on your weapon instead of abilities. They will be returning other LTMs like test maps, Fog of War, the Card Max, which is apparently a fan favorite, even though this is essentially OB64 Lite, but apparently people like it, huh? I guess when everybody has everything to the max and they don't have to actually to grind, they don't really complain that much on it, do they? But it's an LTM, so, it's not the entire game being changed against people's wills. Subway also coming back, fan favorite as well. As for rank split rotation, they're going to be taking away Ascension Peak in certain beach, and they're bringing in Bazaar and Timber Mill. I'm not gonna lie, I still prefer Ascension Peak to Bazaar, for example, but considering the fact that Ascension Peak doesn't have a circular point like most of the other game maps, like Ascension Peak is one of the only ones that has a big square, as your capture point. You can hide behind statues. Ain't nobody talking about that. I don't understand how that never got changed into be a little circle to force people to be in the center. Like, Ascension Peak is one of the only maps that allows for people to be hiding while capping. It's ridiculous, but okay. Again, Atlas, the change it went through, nothing to say there. If you guys remember, he shoots, his fire rate is faster, but he does less damage. He has less one phase on his entire charging. As for Caspian, apparently there is some post-PTS comments, so let's see. Cash has been performing poorly enough that we feel comfortable leaving most of his changes in as they are. However, we are reducing the attack speed bonus from his attacks to take the edge off his damage potential while still leaving him with a buff. So his momentum and his dashes reworked are all there. The ammo consumption on his pistol is also the same thing. They made it one shot, consuming 1 bullet per shot, and the only thing they did was essentially the speed buff per bonus stack per stack is a little bit less than what they previously did. If I remember correctly, I think it was 3.5. In fact, we can actually do here a little thing where I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna go cut and go, and we're gonna go to news, and we're gonna go into Valor's and PTS, and we'll just pull it here, and I'll do this here real quick. And we're gonna put it side by side. Get that in the back. I opened the video by accident on YouTube about The Flash. I'd never even seen the movie. So this is the previous one. Previous here on left, new one on right. And this is what happened. Okay, so it was supposed to be 3.5. They made it 3.3% instead because it was a bit too much. As for the rest, I don't think anything else changed. As you can see, everything is the same. So let's continue up to Evie. Evie is pretty easy to notice the difference. She didn't have her HP buffed. This was cancelled essentially, but the rest still maintains max HP card, and also the little V effects on Evie's teleportation system when using Wormhole. As for Furia, I believe that what they did is actually they increased a little bit more on her healing. So the base heal on Kindle Soul, it was reduced from 850 to 800, and people got upset. Instead, it got increased. So instead of 850, it's now 900. And instead of the heal over time to being reduced from 340 to 300, it got buffed from 340 to 400. As for the rest, everything still seems to be the exact same thing. Oh, wait, no, lying. Kindle Soul now heals allies within 35 units instead of 20 units. So the little explosion it does on healing is a little bit bigger. And they have the PDS notes here. Thanks to everyone's feedback, discovered an issue where Furia wasn't proud of receiving the range bonus of Kindled Soul. That aside, we received some feedback that we tuned her down a little too much, so we're giving her a bit of a heal buff instead to Kindled Soul. Consequently, this also buffs the new Cherish talent, and keeping pace with that, we've increased the AoE size of the Cherish since the players were having difficulty properly using the talent. All right. Very nice. As for Grover, they did do a PDS comment here where they nerfed him still, but a little bit less than what they previously did. So instead of going from 425 on the initial heal on Rampant Blooming the talent, when you vine, you heal, going all the way down to 250, instead it went to 300, so less 50 than they previously initially wanted to nerf, and the same thing goes for the heal over time for 50. As for money, nothing changed, so that is still the same. 30, wait. Okay, they changed something. Radius reduced from 30 to 10 units on Mana Rift. But the V effect radius increased from 10 to 30 units. What? After PDS feedback, we increased their V effects to match the full effect radius of the 30 units, while keeping the majority of the strength near the center to show where she started her rift. This change was made to help Immanis and new players understand better where the Mana Rift begins and ends. So, wait, so it's smaller, but the V effects are bigger? That's actually a nerf if you think about it. Because if you think, like, if people can see the Mana Rift, they know where exactly you are camping. I mean, yeah, you can tell a little bit better exactly if you're close or not too close to the center, but it doesn't seem like they reverted it. They're not talking about reverting it. Originally at 30 units, it was larger than the VFX itself. So they made the VFX bigger. So they just canceled this and increased the VFX to tell people the size. Okay, makes sense. Sure. As for Inara, they did do a little thing here. First of all, they fixed this because this was wrong. And second of all, they took 0.5 seconds of the nerf on the duration of Earthling Guard. I'm gonna be honest, it's not as bad as I was hoping, but this is still gonna be a pretty big toll on Inara main, so yeah. As for Miss IO, I don't see anything here being changed. I don't think there's any PTS changes, no. Here's the problem. On this talent, the new talent, where it says Guardian Spirit, now heals allies around Luna for no, that's not it. When IO or Luna heals an ally other than each other, they also heal the other at 50% effectiveness. So, here's the thing. This also works by going out of combat, which means you will be constantly healing if Luna is out of combat for some reason, because she's healing herself. Apparently that also works, so I hope they fix that, because that means IO is just gonna be constantly healing all the time, if that I remember correctly from PTS, because that's just ridiculous. Okay. All right, on to Kasumi. Apparently on Kasumi they talked something about her weapon. I believe what they made was this. They decreased the fire rate even further, so it's even slower than before. Fantastic. So not only they already nerfed it from... Wait. Oh, no. I'm sorry. They decreased the fire rate by increasing the time that it takes between shots. But the thing is, they took a little portion out. It went from 0.6 to 0.675, and now it's only 0.65. So there's 0.025 seconds there that got removed, so that it doesn't feel as slow. Okay. Other than that, I think everything is still the exact same, except for this. It now applies 3 stacks on curse on hit. Apparently, Savage Share doesn't do that anymore. I'm betting that would be on the PTS things there, but we'll get to there in a second. I'm trying to figure out stuff that got changed here without having to go straight to the end. Apparently, the ultimate has been slashed off. The ultimate doesn't disarm people, apparently. I don't know why not. What's wrong with that? Why they remove that? I'm a bit confused. The rest of the numbers are all fine. As soon as in hand fire, yeah, but like they don't talk about the ultimate, and for some reason it's not on the new PTS notes. So apparently they removed the disarm from the ultimate. Why? Was it too strong? That ultimate almost doesn't kill anything. Like, it doesn't even apply cauterize, so what's wrong with having a disarm on it? Oh well. Nothing on Dumba got changed. On Nyx, I believe nothing got changed as well. Yep, same numbers. On Octavia, same thing. Although I was really expecting to have something here talking about, you know, how they even nerf the damage even more, but okay, whatever. Ray, same thing. Saris apparently did have a change. Okay, so Saris had her range increased, but they also increased the healing per tick. Because I didn't notice this, like I was completely, you know, out of the loop here. But according to what I understand, the entire being able to heal through the shadow travel is only in a talent. I thought that was base kit. Apparently not. Which I guess that's okay. I mean, that means that during that downtime you can heal, and outside of it you heal less. Which, you know, if you go with damage Ceres, you can't heal as much. I'm actually okay with that, believe it or not. But for that, they also increased the healing of the ticks because, well, they took away the entire healing fast speed, whatever, from the old Mortal Reach, which is sad, but oh well. As for Sati, guess what? They don't have any notes here So I'm imagining that they fixed just the issue of her being able to trigger the card 2 times, but just didn't say anything. I really hope they did that, because my god, I'm going to be abusing that so much if they didn't change it. As for Miss Sky, so they apparently thought it was a bit too much on nerfing poison bolts themselves, so instead they nerfed the talent debilitating stealth. Okay, because they mentioned here that we wanted to keep non-debilitate talents viable. So like the other talents, the healing talent, the preparation talent, and so on, you can still use them all with the exact same damage on the poison bolts without it being nerfed. So that's fantastic. As for Torvald, nothing here has changed. They just fixed the text. This was, I actually went to Cryptech to let them know. There's nothing important there. Apparently on 7 there's something. So not only did they add this, so they reduced the range on automatic from 175 units to 150 units. And also the same thing from burst mode from 300 units to 200 units. I'm gonna be honest. I'm sorry, but the damage should just be nerfed. Okay, they should just make it spread out a little bit more at a long range. And they should make it do a lot less damage at long range. That's it. Because I'm going to be honest, he has a SMG that has less range almost than Zen. Like, this is ridiculous, man. I'm playing 7 on live service right now, and it's ridiculous to me that I have to try to hit people at long range, and it doesn't, like, the bullets are going straight at them, but they disintegrate in the air. That doesn't make any sense. This is because apparently they did a nerf to its range, but that didn't go in. They noticed it and they decided to add it now. So not only did he got nerfed over and changed over here and there, but apparently now he even had an extra nerf on PTS. So for the people who were upset of the changes of 7, guess what? You got another one. You can read it right here on the PTS notes. Fantastic. Vivian didn't get any nerfs or changes, but Ying did. So instead of healing for half, it's only 37.5%, which means in truly healing, it would be 1,800, not forgetting that the rest will still be only nerfed by 90% with anti-heal at max, which means that at least, so 1,500, 150 at least will not be cauterized, meaning that the total would be 1,950. So you could potentially 100% heal every single person in your team that is a squishy, from 0 to max HP. I still think this shouldn't even be in. I'm sorry. Like, she has one of the best healing ultimates in the game. This is not what she was missing. From all the things that we could have on Ying, this is not what she was missing, okay? Even the idea of having some, like, I don't know, some form of still manage to send the clones to blow up, or the clones now automatically do damage if they get destroyed from the second, explosive clones thingy, so that even if you go life exchange, you still have some damage with the clones, even if you don't right click, but to send them over to people, right? Just, I don't get it. All right, or make it so that if we right click with life exchange, when you are looking at an enemy, and if you hit it with that healing ray, instead it damaged them, like it does some sort of like a poison or something. Remember the poison from Dumba? If you heal the person who's an enemy with your heals, it would damage them. That would have been fantastic. You're actually giving extra utility to life exchange. Instead of just being a heal bot, you can actually do damage even with your right click without being the clones going in and damaging people. But no, let's make her the most insane, most banned support and competitive. Why not? Fantastic. Oh well. I don't think anything changed here. Might be wrong. If anybody spots anything, you can let me know. But I don't think so. And with this, I just want to say one thing. No Omen nerfs. Great. This man's going over to competitive this next split tomorrow with no nerfs. Like, I know you guys don't see a lot of omens in casual, but once people start seeing the value of it, you're gonna see a lot more omens even in casual. I'm serious. Like, I'm gonna bet this right now. I want everybody who sees this video to come back here and comment like in 1 week or 2 weeks and say, dude, you were right. Or vice versa. Dude, you were wrong. I want to see that comment here. All right. I want to see you come back and tell me if I was right or wrong about Omen being absolutely abused in both in casuals and competitive. Okay, I just want to see it, because like you guys, I don't think people have the notion of how much damage this guy does. This is like a better Leon. This is like a baby between Strix and Leon got together. You play the second talent, you're doing more damage than Leon at all times. Like you're shooting eminences all the time. You just don't pierce shots. I do 1,000 plus damage at a headshot from very far away. Like, it's insane. Why would you play Shaolin if I could do 1,000 damage a shot at almost any range with Omen? Okay, this man needs to be nerfed 100%. Okay, I'm so sorry if anybody who loves the Omen is gonna be upset with my comments here, but that's reality, dude. The other day I was having bad matches. I started playing Omen, I started winning every single match. Weird, huh? Top frag, both on kills and damage on my teams every single time. Fantastic, love it. Not fun, not fun. All right, but that's pretty much it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoy. Again, please come back later on, like in 1 week, 2 weeks, or even 3-4 days. Like if you see it happening, and tell me if I'm wrong or right. The people are playing a lot of Omen, considering the fact that nobody decided to nerf him. See you guys on the next one. Till then, have a wonderful time. Bye-bye.